Just wanted to remind you that when you are making small changes every single day, this leads to big changes. So don't get frustrated, don't give up. If you're at point A and you want to be at point B and it's a huge goal, you will get there eventually, but it comes from creating daily habits. So just a friendly reminder for you and for myself. I get frustrated in my personal health journey all the time because I want to be something that I'm not. And it's good to appreciate where you are and how far you've come and just stay consistent. It really is about consistency. What I did want to talk about today is eating out at restaurants and staying on track. We're trying to create lifelong habits, and part of life is going out and enjoying eating out with friends and restaurants and events. And I understand how to stay on track and reach my goals while still living life and enjoying. And those of you who are traveling and going on vacation, this will be really helpful for you as well. So, first of all, if possible, look at the menu before you go to the restaurant so you have an idea of what's there, and it'll be easier for you to resist temptation if you sort of make a decision before you go. So you can easily Google the restaurant, look for the menu, and then with the tips I'm about to give you, try to do these things before you go, because once you're there and everyone's talking about, oh, did you look at this grilled cheese or whatever it's going to be, you already have decided what you're going to eat. Another thing to think about is start your meal with some sort of veggie. Now, this could be a side salad, or most restaurants, when you look at the menu, they have a side section, and that's like you can get a side of fries, an extra potato, a chicken breast, whatever their seasonal veggie is. Ask to start your meal with something from nature, and if you want, you can get it from that side menu. This is going to fill you up a little bit more. Plus, then no matter what you end up eating, you've at least gotten some sort of nutritional benefit or nutritional value from something you ate that night. When you are ordering your meals, look for lean pieces of protein. So, lean fish, chicken, pork, look for those types of items. And most of the time, you sort of have to pull the menu apart. Like if you're going to a bar and you're trying to stay on track, well, if they have some sort of grilled chicken sandwich and it comes with fries, if you look at the sandwich and it has cheese and all this other junk on it, what you can do is order, could I please have a chicken breast? Because guess what? They have chicken there because it's on the sandwich. So if you just ask for the chicken without all the other stuff and then look at the side, or maybe there's like a fish dish or some other sort of dish that has like a seasonal veggie. You can mix and match. So, could I please have a chicken breast because you know they have it from that sandwich? And then, could I have that side from that one fish dish or seasonal veggie? Or look at the sides in general, it's usually at the bottom of the menu, and say, could I have a side of whatever? And what they'll do is end up charging you probably for that sandwich, or they'll come up with some other creation. But just know that every restaurant has a piece of protein and some sort of veggie. So that's one way to look at it. Another thing to think about when you're reading menus, and I have a list of words here to avoid. You want to avoid words like pan-fried, crispy, dipped, scalloped, au gratin, Alfredo, and you want things that are grilled or steamed or baked. And sometimes you even have to ask what it's being steamed in, because sometimes restaurants will steam their veggies in butter, and if you have a dairy sensitivity you may think you're making a healthy choice, and then all of a sudden your stomach's like, not so happy with you, and you're not really sure why. So be brave and talk to your waiter. They are there to help and educate, and quite honestly, it's their job to help you have an enjoyable experience. So make sure you ask them, what are you steaming your food in? And I've been to Houlihan's before, and I asked them, I said, what are you steaming your veggies in? And they said, butter. And I said, could you please just steam mine in water? And they said, yep, absolutely. And it was really no problem for them. Before you go into eating out, and again, those of you who are traveling, it's important to set your boundaries. If you're going out on the weekend, you might want to have some drinks, you're going to maybe want dessert. Go in with your boundaries and decide, I'm going to have 3 drinks, or I'm going to have one small dessert, or I'm going to split a dessert, or something. But go into it with your boundaries so you're not just drinking all you want, eating all you want, and then the next day you kind of feel like, ugh, maybe I shouldn't have done that. So be realistic with yourself. If you know you're going to want a glass of wine, then set that into your day, and then earlier in the day, eat healthier options. If you know you're going to go out to dinner at a really, really yummy restaurant where you love their lemon drops, right? It's a really sugary drink. Eat healthier during the day, and then you can enjoy that lemon drop, and maybe you want some dessert, but go in there with your boundaries. I'm going to have one lemon drop, and I'm going to have dessert. Or I'm not going to have dessert, but I'm going to have 2 lemon drops because I love them and they're the best. But go in and be empowered about these choices that you're making because you are in control of your life, and food doesn't really run it for you. The other thing is keep in mind your portion sizes. Most restaurants give you 2 portions. So what I like to do is I ask for a to-go box right away. They'll bring me my food and I'll ask for a to-go box and I'll put half of it in my to-go box and then just put it next to me under the table or something. Because when we have all this food in front of us, we're talking, we're socializing, and we just sort of keep eating, and it's not very mindful, and then all of a sudden you've eaten 2 servings worth. If you only have 1 serving on your plate, I guarantee you will finish that 1 serving and you will be full, and you won't even need that second serving until tomorrow. So ask for your to-go box. And then really don't be scared to pull apart the menu. There have been times, I was in Miami once and I was doing the Whole30. Whole30 is basically you can't have any sort of dressings or sides, and it's very much just about protein and veggies. And at these really nice restaurants, I was a little bit embarrassed to do it at first, but I was like, you know what? When I come home from this vacation, my goals are still waiting for me. So I just have to suck it up and order what I know is right for me. So again, I would find a dish over here. Could I have the chicken from this dish? Could I have the veggies from this dish? And then could you add this from this dish? Or could I just order a side of your seasonal veggie? And could you just grill up a chicken breast for me? Totally no problem. So when in doubt, pull apart the menu. But if you are eating out, my number 1 goal is have some sort of protein source and have something from nature. If you've done those 2 things, you should be pretty good. So something from nature, side salads, side veggies, not cheesy potatoes. Something green if you want to get a little bit more specific. A portion of meat is like the palm of your hand. A portion of grain, like rice or something, is like a fist size. So when you are at the restaurant and this much of your plate is rice and then you have like a huge steak on there, just know that that's more than 1 portion. Hope this made sense. It was a little bit of a rant, but and then just keep up with your water. And like I sort of mentioned before, if you are eating out, you know you're going to have a really fun dinner that night. Just sort of keep it clean during the day. Try to eat as clean as you can so then you can, your body feels a little bit better about indulging later. And then emotionally, you don't have any regrets because that's what you do when you live your life with balance. You're going to eat really clean and then you're going to enjoy yourself and feel a-okay with it. So hope you guys have a fabulous week and let me know if you have any questions.
What up, what up? We are going to the gym today. I'm working with more clients and more asking me questions about my daily life and my daily habits and what I do on a regular basis. I thought, okay, well, maybe some people do want to know what does the day in the life look like of little old me. So we're heading to Lifetime Fitness. We're going to do back today. I did shoulders yesterday and they're just a little bit sore. So, hopefully those don't get in the way of doing back, but I just feel like getting super sweaty. Like, do you ever have those days where you just want to be sweaty and just feel like you really worked hard? So I think I'm gonna do back, cardio, sauna, and hopefully a little bit of foam rolling too, because I'm still sore from the leg workout I did on Saturday, and now it's Wednesday, which means I killed it, but maybe pushed it just a little too hard.
As I've mentioned in the past, back day used to be one that I hated, but now that I'm really focusing on growing my back and I have more of a mind-muscle connection, it's one that I'm actually really starting to enjoy. So I usually start with doing these lat pull downs, and then later I'll do like a wide grip. For this workout, what I should have done and focus on a little bit more is keeping my palms flat. As you can see, my palms are sort of facing each other. This was maybe like my 3rd set, so I was getting a little bit fatigued, but I am getting stronger with this one, which makes me really excited. This is one you guys have seen me do a zillion times before. You can do this seated or on your knees. I usually do pretty lightweight here just so I can really feel that I'm using my lats instead of my triceps, because your triceps can take over on this one. And then this is just a straight arm pull down. I think that's called like a T-bar. Again, this is towards the end of the workout and it's more of like a burnout, so I don't go too One of my other workouts this week is I just went into my basement and just worked on my squatting form. When I was prepping for my first bikini competition, I didn't squat at all, and building strength is something I want to do in this new year. So what I heard is that the distance I'm going right here is actually considered a partial squat, and I need to go past here, and that my hip flexors should actually go below my knees. So if anyone knows any tips on that, let me know. But I'm just trying to do it the right way so I can get stronger and get huge legs. Lifting with Chris on Valentine's Day, doing what we love with the person you love. It was actually a really awesome day. This is basically his warm-up, which is incredible because I could never even do that weight. Well, maybe I can, right? We're always trying to get stronger. It was for me, it was a day for hamstrings. Can we just talk about this man here just staring the whole time? Like, look at the workout. Look, right? I'm using a Bosu ball, so that's new. I'm getting stronger with this hamstring extension. But if you want to watch this again and watch that creep behind me, it's really uncomfortable. Like, yep, just keep staring. This is what I ended up finishing with. I also did a ton of deadlifts earlier in the workout, but I didn't actually film them. These I love to do as a warm-up or as a burnout, just to really fatigue the muscles when you are done or when you are just trying to get warm. Hey guys, just wanted to show you what Valentine's Day looks like in the Groban household. My chef, Chris, is so sweet to cook for me for the 3rd year in a row, and this is a really special Valentine's Day for us because it's our last Valentine's Day as fiancés, and next Valentine's Day will be Mr. and Mrs. But what we have going on over here are some beautiful steaks. What kind of steaks are these again?
Prime New York strips.
Prime New York strips in this very fancy piece of equipment called a sous vide. And it's cooking the steak to its perfect temperature while it's in there, and Chris has already seasoned it, and then he'll take it out and sear it in a skillet. Also happening right now is some bacon being cooked for some chopped salads. We made them extra crispy. In this oven, we're doing some yummy potatoes, and I think we're gonna end up putting some rosemary on them. And my contribution to Valentine's Day is in this oven, and it's very naughty. That is brownies. So it's brownie batter, a layer of Oreos, and then another layer of brownie batter. Super naughty, but super delicious. And then we're also enjoying a bottle of champagne that my dad got for us when we moved into our house. So what a perfect opportunity to celebrate our love and our house, and I hope everyone else had a fabulous Valentine's Day.